We don't need your pocket change. Her father's voice cut through the laughter around the table. This is a $50 million business, son. The word son twisted like wire in my chest. My wife smirked beside him, glass of champagne raised in mock salute. The room buzzed with the smug comfort of inherited power, people born too rich to recognize the chill of humiliation. I smiled, slowly, the kind of smile that hides blood behind the teeth. My phone vibrated beneath the tablecloth. One message from my investment manager. Board meeting in 10 minutes. Are you sure? I typed back. Withdraw all backing from Anderson Holdings. And then I locked the screen. My wife's laughter drifted through the room, smooth and cruel. She leaned in, whispering close enough for her perfume to mix with the bitterness in my throat. Don't take it personally, she said. Dad's just proud. Proud of mocking me? Of dismissing what he never understood I truly owned, control. I looked at her hand on my arm. Perfect nails, perfect ring, perfect lie. And I knew something had already broken long before that dinner ever began. It started with distance, not arguments, not words, just absence. The kind that hides behind polite smiles and late-night excuses. Work calls, she'd say, stepping out of the room with her phone pressed too close to her lips. Her perfume lingered longer than her presence. At first, I didn't care enough to question it. You don't chase what's already fading. But then one night I caught a reflection in her eyes while she texted. That faint glimmer of thrill only guilt gives. So I watched. Not obsessively. Strategically. The way a surgeon studies a pulse before making the cut. Little things began to align. Her sudden interest in business trips to the same cities her father's partner visited. A hotel charge on a card she swore she didn't use. A missed call labeled AH, Office, at midnight. Anderson Holdings. Her father's empire. The same empire I'd quietly been funding. The same empire that laughed at my money, my presence, my existence. I played along, pretended I didn't see, didn't hear, didn't know. Every morning I kissed her forehead before she left. Every night I waited until she was asleep to trace the faint outline of her phone screen against the dark. Passwords fell like leaves in autumn, soft, predictable, forgotten. I forwarded emails to a private server, call logs, text threads, hotel confirmations, every lie archived, labeled, and time-stamped. She thought she was clever. That power protected her. But I understood something she didn't. Money doesn't make you untouchable. It just makes your fall louder. The more I learned, the quieter I became. Silence became my weapon. I stopped reacting, stopped asking, stopped existing in her reality. Because truth doesn't need confrontation. It only needs proof. And I had plenty. The call came 3 weeks later. My manager's tone was flat. It's done. Anderson Holdings is collapsing. Internal funding vanished overnight. I nodded once. Good. But that wasn't the real collapse. That came the next morning, when I left an envelope on the kitchen counter beside her coffee cup. Inside, photographs, emails, timestamps, her face caught in hotel mirrors, her laughter preserved in text bubbles, the truth stripped bare in monochrome clarity. She saw it before I entered the room. Her hand trembled, her mouth opened, but no sound came out. "Who told you?" she whispered finally. I looked at her, not with anger, not even sadness, just recognition. "You did," I said. And then I poured my coffee. The silence that followed was absolute, like the stillness right before a building collapses. At exactly 9 a.m., her father's voice filled the speakerphone, hoarse, panicked, furious. "What the hell did you do? The board's in chaos. Investors pulled out. We're bleeding millions." I listened. Let him talk. Let him realize. Then I said, "I told you. You didn't need my pocket change." The line went dead. My wife's face drained of color. She whispered, "You destroyed him." "No," I said. "He destroyed himself. You just helped him light the match." I left before she could reply. The sound of her breaking, quiet, shallow breaths followed me out the door like a ghost I'd already buried. The city looked different that morning, calmer, colder, honest. I watched the skyline from my car as the sun rose behind the glass towers. Anderson Holdings, her father's name, was already trending in ruin. It didn't feel like victory. It felt like balance. People think revenge is noise, explosions, shouting, closure. It isn't. It's silence. It's the absence of need. I didn't check her messages again, didn't return her calls. I'd already said everything in that one text. Withdraw all backing, not just from the company, from them, from her. And as I drove away, I realized some things don't end with a goodbye. They end with indifference.